Hello and good morning. Let's go ahead and get started. Adjust this just a little bit. And as you can see, I'm joined today by my beautiful workout partner, Maggie. She will be in and out, I'm sure. Good morning. Welcome back to Move It Sister. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Pam Sano. I am the founder of Fit at 55, and I am also your host for this workout series. Sorry, I just had to get another camera going. I always like to have a backup because I have so many technical difficulties with YouTube Live. I'm sure it's the nut behind the wheel, but anyway. Hello, Maggie. You're so beautiful. And you're beautiful too. Thanks again for joining me. Somebody asked me, Pam, why do you do this Monday mornings? Don't Mondays suck enough as it is? And I said, well, yeah, that's kind of the reason that I do it on Monday because sometimes it's really hard to find reasons to be grateful on Monday mornings. Monday mornings really have a bad rap. I get along just fine with Mondays. I look at it as a fresh start. It's a new beginning, a new week. But a lot of people struggle with Mondays. I struggle on other days. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but movement creates endorphins. Endorphins get our mood raised, get us feeling good, feeling better. And I think that's what we need in the morning, especially for some of us on Monday morning. So, anyway, that's my little spiel for today. Today, we are going to be doing a relatively quick, probably about 15 minutes with warm up and cool down core and abs workout. So it's going to be pretty short. It'll be, fairly intense. We can, I'll give you some modifications you can do if it's, you know, not quite in your, fitness level quite yet. And there's ways we can kind of level up the intensity. So you do you, wherever you're at is perfectly fine. Any movement is better than no movement. Like I like to say that. So it's going to be a good workout, but it's also, we're going to have some fun too. So we're going to do a quick warm up. We'll do one circuit that's going to be on our feet, followed by a second circuit that's going to be on the floor. So you'll want to have either a yoga mat or maybe carpet, just something comfortable that you can lie down on. All right, enough talking. And plus, of course, you're going to want your water bottle. So remember, your core is so much more than just admiring your abs in the mirror. Your core your core includes the muscles in your middle, in your sides, your back, and the deeper muscles that help to support your spine, which means better balance, better posture, and ultimately better longevity. So, speaking of balance, keep a chair nearby or grab onto a wall if you need to, because some of these will involve some balance. Move at your own pace. If anything feels a little bit outside your, comfort zone, it's good to push ourselves, but if something's painful, we don't want that. So, as I said, I'll give you some modifications you can try if that's the case. But otherwise, let's do a quick warm up. We're going to start with a slow march today. And the reason it's a slow march is because I want you to really tighten your core muscles, your abs. And this is the slower we march, the more of a balance challenge it is. So really tighten your abs and just march nice and slowly. We'll do this about 35 more seconds. And throughout today's session, I'm going to be saying, tighten your core, tighten your core. Tighten your core does not mean stop breathing. So when you tighten your core, what's the first thing you do? You kind of hold your breath, right? Don't do that. Keep breathing. Keep breathing all the way through. And I'll remind you, don't worry. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's do some side to side reaches. So we're just going to step to the side and reach with our opposite arm. Get a nice deep stretch. Back to center and other side. Nice deep stretch. 10 more seconds. We're going to go time today rather than reps. And I said 10 seconds and I forgot to see where we were at. So let's call it 3, 2, 1, and finish. Okay, last warm up we're going to do are some standing torso rotations. So keep your arms at your chest, or you can put them on your hips, either way. But we're just going to rotate side to side. Keep your hips forward as much as possible, and just rotate your upper body. Keep your hips forward. Keep your abs nice and tight. And don't forget to breathe. 10 more seconds. All right. Okay. How do you feel? Are you good and loose and nice and warmed up? Let's grab a drink of water and we'll get into the first circuit. So, again, the first circuit is going to be up on our feet. Circuit number 2 will be on the ground. So, if you need a minute to go get something soft to lie down on, do that. We'll pause. No, we won't. You can pause the video. All right. So our first move is going to be a standing knee to hand press. So, and here's where one of them where you might want to grab a chair if your balance is a little wobbly. So you're going to just lift one leg and gently press with both your hands. Really tighten your core as you do so. And down, and we're going to switch sides. Tighten your core, but breathe. About 30 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, good job. Grab some water if you need to. Next up, we're going to do a standing cross-body punch. So keep your hands either lightly behind your head or you can keep them at your chest. And we're going to bring your left knee to your right elbow. So it's going to look like this. And this is one of those where if it's a little too intense, do smaller motion. Don't bring your knee up quite as high and just kind of move toward it. If you want more intensity, then bigger movements. Sorry about that. I think I just touched the mic. It doesn't sound like anything to me, but then when I go back and listen to it later, it's like a really loud noise. So I do apologize. I am definitely not a tech whiz. I'm not a tech noob either, just not a tech whiz. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right, next up, similar move, only we're going to do, it's called a side knee crunch. So we're just going to do it. We're going to isolate one side at a time. So instead of cross, okay, so, and again here, do smaller motions if you need to. If you want to level up the intensity, do bigger motions. Really engage those abs, tighten your core, and breathe. Really crunch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, let's grab a drink of water. Shake it out if you need to. Take a couple of deep breaths in. next thing we're going to do is called a suitcase march. Now, you can either, the way I designed this was to just pretend like you've got a weight in your right arm and like you're carrying a suitcase, right? And just, pretend like you're carrying a heavy suitcase without leaning in. Because what do you do when you're carrying something heavy? You tend to lean into that side, right? So pretend like you're carrying something really heavy, but you're not going to lean in. So you're going to tighten your core. And if you want, if it's too much to pretend like you're carrying something heavy, then pick up something heavy. All right, let's switch sides. The point here is to really tighten and pretend like you're really trying to keep yourself. You're trying to stop yourself from leaning into that heavy, heavy object that you're carrying. Okay, switch sides. Switch sides again. I think we have just enough time to do one more each side. Okay, last one. Make it a good one. Also, quick note on all of these, we're tightening our core and our abs. Let's try to keep everything else loose. So try not to lock your knees, try not to, tighten up your legs too much. We're just trying to focus on core and abs today. Okay, so that was the last move for the first circuit. We're going to take a quick break and then we'll get into the floor circuit. So there's 5 moves for the floor circuit, and this is where the fun really begins. So these are going to be more intense moves, but this is where the magic happens. All right. Um, let's see where I can lie down without disturbing my workout buddy and still be seen on camera. Okay, I think I'm going to go this way. Oh, look at you. You're so cute. All right. Back up a little so you can still see me. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to tilt the camera down a little bit. That ought to do it. Can I get here, princess? All right, the first thing we're going to do is called a pelvic tilt and core press. So I want you to get all the way down on your back and just lie naturally. And then I want you to tilt your pelvic upward. It's really subtle. I know you probably can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just tilting my pelvic upward so that my back is a little bit more flush with the floor. And then release. Do it again. And with all of these exercises that we're going to do on the floor, I want you to try to be very, very conscious of not using your arms to brace. So this is specifically abs and core. So tilt up, brace your core. Also, don't use your legs to brace either. Again, we want to focus on abs and core. I know I sound like a broken record. Okay, tilt up. Back should be nice and flush with the floor. And release. Okay, I'm not timing it, so I'm going to guess this is probably, well, let's do one more after this. Release. And last one, make it a good one. Really brace that core. Do not brace with your legs, brace with your core, and release. Okay, so you can stay right where you are. Next, we're going to do some heel slides. So stay on your back, and we're going to do one at a time. We're going to slide our heel out, our right heel out, and then back, and then left. And if you want to level this up, do both legs at the same time. So right leg out and back, left leg out and back. And I'm going to do both legs and back. Make sure you're really tightening that core. But don't use your arms to brace. Make all of the work come from your core and abs, especially when you're doing both legs, if you're doing both legs. And back. Let's do one more. I can't see the timer from where I am, obviously. I don't have it on the ceiling, but I think we're probably at or past 45. And back. And don't forget to breathe. All right. Okay, shake it out if you need to. Take a little break, get some water if you need to. Next, we're going to do dead bugs. These are starting with your legs at a 90-degree angle, so feet off the floor, and your arms straight up overhead, and then you'll alternate. You'll go opposite leg and arm. So you're going to extend your left leg, and your right arm goes back. Right leg, left arm goes back. Now, if this is a little too much, then start with both feet on the ground. And so it'll look like this. But if you can, keep those legs up, the feet off the ground. Okay, I'm sure we're probably past 45 seconds. Let's do one more each side. So there's one and there's two. All right. How was that? Almost rolled over on the cat. All right. Next up, we're going to do a bridge. We're going to do a glute bridge with a march. We're going to add a march to it. And again, if it's a little bit outside your wheelhouse to add the march, then just stay in the glute bridge as long as you can. So we'll start with, I'm going to turn like this so you can see me a little better. We're going to start with the glute bridge, and then we're just going to march. And if this is too much, my shirt's coming out tucked. If this is too much, then just hold the glute bridge. But if you can add that march, that really levels it up, as I'm sure you can tell immediately. Really tighten that core. And don't forget to breathe. All right, we'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's hold that bridge. Let's hold it for a few more seconds. Just for fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right. Excellent job. I know those are tough. Kind of sprung that on you. All right. Last thing we're going to do is a modified bicycle. So this one, we're going to get down on our back again. You can keep your feet down for this if you want. But for more of a challenge, you'll want your feet up in the air. And it will look like this. You're going to put your hands gently behind your back or your head. Try not to pull your head forward with, because that'll be that's kind of the what you automatically tend to do, but you'll hurt your neck. So don't do that. So we're just going to go right elbow to left knee, left elbow to right knee. And again, if this is too much, you can start with your feet on the ground like that. Just keep a nice light touch on your hands behind your head. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, okay. And that is it for circuit number 2. But wait, there's more. We're going to do a fun little finisher before we do the cool down. And it's what I call the core freeze dance. So we're just going to do whatever you want to do. If you want to dance, if you're at work right now and you don't want to dance and attract all the attention of your coworkers, I get it. You can just do like a little side step. You can dance and be goofy. You can do um, what else can you do? Whatever you want to do. Just move in some way. And when I say freeze, you've got to stop and hold your position for 5 seconds. So freeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, and move and freeze. Oh, I got myself. 2, 3, 4, 5. Freeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I'm making it longer. That's kind of on purpose. All right. Let's do one more. Freeze. Tighten your core. Don't forget to breathe. 3, 4, 5, and back. Okay. All right. Yeah. It wasn't as much fun as I thought it was going to be. So I guess because I have to be the one to say freeze. If it was somebody else calling it, it might have been a little more fun. So hopefully it was fun for you. Anyway, all right, the workout is complete. Just want to do a quick cool down with you, and then I'll let you get on with your day. So let's do some good mornings. I call these good mornings. Just raise your arms overhead, get a nice stretch. Stretch, 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 nice and tall, and back down. And as always, don't forget to breathe. Stretch nice and tall, and back down. Stretch up again. Hold, and back down. One more. Stretch nice and tall, and back down. And then let's do some of those side stretches again. So you're going to step to the side, and then with your opposite arm, just a nice deep stretch, as deep as you can go. And back to center. Switch sides. Nice deep stretch. Back to center. We'll do one more each side. Nice deep stretch. Back to center. Last one. Make it the best one. And back to center. Okay. Last thing we're going to do, chest openers. So take your hands, place them behind your back, away from the small of your back. And again, don't forget to breathe. Let's do two more. Last one, make it the best one. And down. Okay. How are you feeling? Should be a little bit out of breath, maybe a little sweaty. I am for sure. Got the ceiling fan going, but I'm still worked up a sweat. So remember, a strong core is the basis, is the foundation, posture, your independence, all of it. If you don't have, I just got a message that says my connection is unstable. See what I mean? I just can't win. I pay so much money for internet here. I just can't get a good signal to save my life. Anyway, back to the core. Your core is the foundation for virtually everything. So you did a great job today. We worked not just our abs, we worked our obliques, our deep core, we worked our glutes, and even those back supporting muscles. And hopefully we had some fun doing it, maybe a little fun. Anyway, so thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always, share it with someone who you think could use a pick me up workout on a Monday morning. So thanks for coming. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Bye for now.